Hey guys, and welcome. This is going to be a unwind your spine vinyasa flow. So we're going to work on some twisting, some stretching through the hamstrings and the hips to start to ease into your practice and then wring it out a little bit. So if you can maybe grab a couple of blocks, have a strap at the ready, and I will see you in a few. Okay guys, so let's get started. You're gonna grab your blanket or your towel and fold it so it's in, a nice sized rectangle. And then you're gonna take that nicely sized rectangle and fold it into thirds. I call this my yoga burrito. So you're gonna make your yoga burrito and then bring it along the length of your mat. So from here, we're gonna take a seat right in front of it, so your butt's on the floor, and then lay all the way back on it. So if you are taller than I am, which most likely are, you can grab another blanket or something underneath your head. If you feel like this is way too intense and your head's kind of thrown back, you can also take the end of this blanket, fold it up a bit. Oh, that's kind of nice. And place the back of your head on that, right? And then feet can stay flat on the floor, knees knock in if your low back's feeling tight. And actually, let's start there. And from here, you're just gonna let the arms come out to the sides, palms facing up, close your eyes, and take a few breaths. And sometimes it actually requires a conscious effort to soften and to relax. So feel the weight of your body release into the blanket. Feel the weight of the back of your head. So the muscles in your neck and in your throat can soften. And feel your arms get heavy as they release into the floor. Let the muscles in your stomach soften. So there's no more tension there, no more holding, no more tightness. And just let the inner thighs soften and feel where the mat rests under your feet. And breathe. Smooth and easy. Releasing and relaxing a little bit more with every breath. Gonna take another breath in and then let it out. And from here, you're gonna start to move your fingers, bring your feet in toward each other, and just roll gently. You're gonna kind of fold yourself over to the right. And then you're gonna take the blanket or the towel and slide it out so it's not behind you anymore. And then you're gonna roll back onto your back. And if you want to use the blanket underneath your head because it feels more comfortable, then by all means, you can unroll it and place it underneath your head. And then from here, with your feet flat on the floor, you're just going to let your knees knock over to the right. Bring them up through center and then let them fall over to the left. And up through center. And on your exhale, you're going to draw both knees in. Take them wide. And as you draw your knees in toward your armpits, you want to feel the tailbone lengthen down, like you could press it back down into your mat. And just gently press into the center of the back of your head, so your whole spine starts to lengthen out here. Take another breath. And when you exhale, you're going to bring your knees together and then let them fall over to the right. And you can let this right hand rest on the top of the left thigh. And then my left shoulder kind of floats up. So maybe yours is doing the same thing. Just start to twist a little bit more. Gently feel that left shoulder slowly without any force. Feel it start to drop over. Maybe eventually it softens toward the floor. And take your gaze over to that left hand. When you inhale, come on up through the middle. And when you exhale, let your knees fall over to the left. Same thing here. You can let your left hand rest on that right thigh. And you're just going to slowly twist and let your legs relax to the left. And let your right shoulder settle in. You can gaze across your right hand. Then breathe. Every breath lets the length of the spine kind of unwind, even as you're winding it up. All right, and then come back up through the middle. You're gonna take your left foot to the floor, right ankle over the top of that left thigh, and draw the left knee in. Interlace your fingers behind the left leg there. And take a second here. Start to slowly open that right knee away from you. It helps to work on opening the hips and the hamstrings. That'll help to start releasing the muscles in the low back especially. Then you're going to take the left foot to the floor. If you have a strap at the ready and you want to, you can take it over the ball of your right foot. If you just want to simply take your hands behind your thigh and stretch up, that's okay too. Just working into the hamstring. But if you do have the strap, one in each hand, you want to feel the weight of the arm bones drop back into the floor. And you can keep this right leg straight. And if you need to give yourself more strap to do that, then by all means do that. We're not waging war on your hamstrings. Just trying to encourage them to open a little bit. If you want to stretch the left leg out, you can gently press the left heel down and breathe. Take another breath here. And when you exhale, you're going to bend this knee in. You can use the strap if it's super tight and draw the knee toward the outer right edge of the body. Or you can take the right hand to the pinky toe edge of the foot. Come into a half happy baby. Take another breath in. And when you exhale, I'm going to take the strap off the foot. If you've got it, place your right foot on the floor. Take your left ankle over the top of your right thigh, and we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Draw the right knee in. Okay, and interlace your fingers behind your right thigh. Shoulders soft, and just gently encourage that left knee away. You can use the hands to pull the right knee a little closer if you wanna kick it up a notch. But just make sure there's no tension in your shoulders, your neck. Take another breath here. And then you exhale, you're gonna drop that right foot to the floor. And again, you're gonna stretch the left leg up. You can take the hands behind your thigh. You can take a strap over the ball of your foot. Whatever works. You just wanna make sure that you're not super tense through the shoulders, but that your arm bones drop back. And you give yourself enough room to really kind of work to straighten that left leg, even if it ends up looking like this. It's okay. And you're going to press a little bit into the ball of your foot. And you can take that right leg, stretch it out straight. Gives it a slightly stronger stretch. Another breath here. And when you exhale, you're going to bend this knee in. You can take both straps into your left hand if you want to make it a little more gentle, or you can grab the pinky toe edge of that left foot and draw the knee toward the outer edge of your body. Find your half happy baby here. Another breath. And when you exhale, you're going to draw this right knee in, bring the right side into happy baby, and take a second here and rock maybe a little bit side to side. Yep. Okay, now you're gonna take your tailbone, lengthen it down, start to iron out your spine on the mat. And that might take you out of the pose. And if it takes you so far out that you can't comfortably hold your feet, then just grab the backs of your knees. Feel the arm bones drop down, the center of the back of your head roots into the blanket or the mat. Another breath. All right, and then you're gonna draw the knees together, roll yourself to the right, and come on up and find your table. Once you get it there, once you got the stack, right, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, roll through a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, let your belly drop, stretch your chest forward, and exhale, push into those hands, round, curl your chin into your chest. And inhale, and arch. Thread your chest forward. Exhale and round. Scoop that tailbone under. One more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Press the floor away. And then come back to your neutral spine. You're going to take your right foot, stretch it straight back behind you. Push to the heel. Draw your belly in. Then we're going to float it up. Sweep your foot over to the left. And drop the ball of your left foot or your right foot on the floor. All right, take a deep breath in. Find length through the crown of your head. And then when you exhale, you're going to gaze over that left shoulder and look back toward your right heel. Bringing your spine into this C curve. Feel the right side rib cage press toward the long edge of your mat. And you're going to inhale, lift the leg up, swing it back through the center. And when you exhale, you're just going to gently pull this right foot in. You can help it along if you need to. And use the blocks if you've got them and you want to be a little bit more comfortable in your practice. Sink the weight of your hips, lift your chest. Inhale. And when you exhale, we're going to rock back. One more time, inhale, you're going to rock it forward. Sink your hips, lift into your chest. On exhale, pull it back. And when you get back here into this half splits pose, you want to imagine your sitting bones drawing back behind you, like someone was pulling a tail you had. Pulling on your tail there. Lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, we're just going to kind of roll it forward. Find your lunge again. You can keep your left hand on the block or slide it out of the way and bring it onto the floor. Right hand's going to come onto your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen out. Find some nice stretch through the crown of your head. And then press into your right hand. Roll your right shoulder open. That's it. Then you're going to take this right arm and you can sweep it up if you'd like. Inhale. And then exhale. Take your right hand down to the floor. And we're going to swing this right leg back into table. And do the same thing on the left side. So left leg's going to stretch back behind you, tuck your toes, push through your heel. And then draw the belly in, lift and float, sweep it over to the right, tuck the toes, push gently through your heel, and now take your gaze over that right shoulder. And as you do that, you want to push through your left heel, as you, and then press into the left side body. Curve it out to the left. And then inhale, come back up through the middle. And when you exhale, we're going to gently step it up. You can use the hands to help it along. Grab the blocks if you want them. Sink your hips. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, drag it back. Inhale, rock it forward. Sink your hips, lift up. And exhale, pull back. And while you're here, you want to lengthen the sitting bones back behind you. Imagine that you had that tail, somebody was pulling on it. Inhale, lift up through the chest. And as you exhale, fold a little deeper over that left leg. And then we're going to slowly rock forward as you inhale. Right hand on the block, around the floor, left hand onto your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen out. When you exhale, press into that left hand. Drag your belly button back toward your spine. Use your core a little bit here to start to roll it open. And you can float that left hand up if you want. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, you're gonna take your left hand back down to the floor, step it back into table, and then stretch it back, downward facing dog. Walk those hands forward, spread your fingers, tuck your toes, and you're gonna keep your knees bent. And press the hands forward and down. Draw those triceps, wrap them in toward your ears. Feel the sides of your body lengthen. Oh, pull those sitting bones up, stretch them back. Oh, keep the length of your spine here. Don't let yourself pop out, but try to keep the spine long. You're just gonna bend or press through one heel and then rebend the knee and press through the other. And maybe a couple of times each side. Just to work through the legs a little bit more. That's it. All right, and then we're gonna slowly lower those knees back down to the mat. Okay, right leg's gonna go back. This time lift it straight away. Belly in, support your spine here. Keep dragging it in, and then sweep the left arm forward. Keep the inner right thigh rolling toward the ceiling so the toes point straight down. Inhale. When you exhale, you're gonna take that left hand, place it on the floor, drag your knee in toward your nose, round your upper back, and we're gonna step this right foot forward. Sink your hips. Inhale, come all the way up, Anjaneyasana. Keep dragging the leg bones in. You're gonna bring your hands down through prayer. Inhale, find length here. When you exhale, you're gonna twist that left elbow, hook it to the right knee, and press. Feel your thumbs wrap around toward your chest. Push into that right foot. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, take your hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes under, lift your back knee. Find a high lunge as you inhale, get long. And when you exhale, we step back into plank. Support your spine here as you drag the belly button in. Fire up those thighs. If a high plank is too much, you can always lower your knees and find a half variation here. Keep pressing the floor away. Deep breath. Exhale, lower your knees. Untuck those toes, and you're just gonna roll down nice and slow and articulate your spine as you go. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Keep the elbows in toward your body here. Gonna headbutt some blocks. Inhale, curl it up. Exhale and release. All right, we're gonna do that again, right? So click down through your toes. Fire up those legs, root into the pubic bone. Inhale, you're gonna start to lift the shoulders up like we're shrugging them in, and then draw them back and down. Upper arms hug in. Feel the muscles along the length of your spine fire up as you inhale, baby cobra. Exhale and release. One more. Inhale, curl it up. Exhale and release. Press into your hands. Come on up through table. And slowly, nice and easy, gonna slide your hips back toward your heels, come to rest. Child's pose. Let your elbows drop, let your shoulders soften. And breathe. All right, second side, right? Come on back up. Find your table. Here we go. Gonna take that left foot, kick it back behind you, float it up, belly strong. Shift to that left hand, take the right arm, reach it forward. Here we go. Inhale, smooth breath. Exhale, place that right hand onto the floor and start to round your spine as you slowly draw this left knee in. And then we're gonna step it forward. Keep the legs drawn into the sockets, press into the floor with that left foot. Inhale, come up, Anjaneyasana. Feel the sides of your body lengthen, almost like you could lift even more out of your waist. Inhale. When you exhale, bring your hands down through prayer. Find Anjali Mudra, shoulders back, get nice and long. And when you exhale, you're gonna take that right elbow, hook it to that left knee, press the palms, drag the belly button back, roll the left shoulder open, and breathe. Press into that left foot. Inhale, come back up. Reach the arms. Exhale, hands to the floor. You're gonna tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Inhale, get super long here. This time when you exhale, you're gonna step your right foot forward to meet your left and bend your knees. and let your torso rest on the tops of your thighs. Keep your knees soft. Inhale, fingertips to the floor. Gonna push into the floor, halfway lift. Nice long spine. Exhale and fold. Keep those knees soft. Sink your weight toward your heels. Lead with your chest. Inhale, come all the way up. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Exhale, drag your hands down. Find your prayer pose. All right, inhale, come down, out and up. Exhale and dive, bend at the knees, sink through those hips. Fold over the legs. Keep the knees bent, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lengthen, push the floor away. Exhale and fold, flatten the palms. Downward facing dog. You can bend your knees here. We're just looking for length through the spine. So if you can achieve that by straightening the legs, that's perfectly fine. But a lot of times the hamstrings pull on the pelvis, then we end up, right? So we want to find length here. All right, inhale. When you exhale, we're going to lower those knees. Inhale, sweep the right leg back. Exhale, step it up between the thumbs. Tuck the back toes under, lift that back knee, root into the floor. Inhale, come out and up. Find your crescent lunge. Deep breath here. When you exhale, bring your hands down through prayer. We're gonna find that hooked elbow again, right? Scissor those inner thighs. Sink a little deeper into the feet. Inhale, lengthen up. Then exhale, we're gonna take that left elbow to the right knee. Press the palms. Roll that right shoulder open. Keep hugging in, hugging in. Yeah. Reach the crown of your head forward. Crescent lunge on your inhale. Come all the way up. Exhale, open. Find your warrior two. Adjust your feet how you need and then sink down. You want to use the strength of your legs here to support the length in your spine. So push down. Hug the bones or the muscles to your bones. You can hug your bones too if you want. That's your choice. Deep breath here. And when you exhale, you're going to lead with this left hand. Come all the way down. Pivot on the ball of your back foot. And we're going to swing the right arm up. One more twist. Inhale. Exhale. Take that right hand down to the floor. Going to sneak the right foot back. Find your plank. So it's super useful here to build strength in your core. The more you can strengthen the core, the more support you have for the spine. It's also important to find strength in the low or in the upper back, right? So take another breath. When you exhale, you can lower your knees, chest and chin, or you can chaturanga all the way down onto your belly. And then from here, you're going to take the hands to the back of your head. Interlace your fingers. We're going to work a little makrasana here, a little crocodile pose. So the legs stay rooted into the floor. Pubic bone roots down, legs stay strong. And then with the hands right at the base of your skull, going to start to lift the elbows. And as you lift the elbows, you can feel the shoulder blades hug in. Then from here, you're going to slowly peel it up. The back of your head presses into the hands. You may not get very high, but that's okay. Elbows lift and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, take hands out in front, make a pillow, bend your knees, and windshield wiper those legs. All right, drop the feet. Same thing, interlace those fingers behind the base of the skull. Lift those elbows, shoulder blades hug in, root into the legs, strong foundation. Inhale, curl it up. Exhale and release, make a pillow, come onto the other cheek. You can give a little windshield wiper if you want. And then drop. Last time. Interlace those fingers, base of the skull, elbows lift, curl it up. Inhale. Exhale. This time, take your hands underneath you, press up through table, and nice and easy, slow motion. Walk your hands back. Gonna start to send your hips back to your heels. Stay upright, and then let yourself gently fold in. Little child's pose before we hit the other side. Just feel yourself relax. Take your breath into the back body, through the low back, along the length of your spine, the back of your neck. Feel the weight of your head just press gently down into your hands or the mat underneath you. So there's no holding. All right, and then you're slowly going to walk the hands forward. Come on up into your table. The left leg stretches back. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to round it in. Step it forward. All right, pop up onto your fingertips. Lift that back knee, scissor the inner thighs, press down into the floor. Inhale, come on up, crescent lunge. You want to push energetically back through this right heel as you draw the leg bone forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer. Another breath here. And then we twist. Right elbow to that left knee. Oh, press it around. Roll the left shoulder open. Feel that right rib cage hug underneath you. Keep firing energy back through that right heel. Feel more energy stretch forward into your chest. Yes. And then unwind, crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, open, find your warrior two. Drop that back heel, adjust your stance as needed. Keep the core muscles working. Feel your tailbone lengthen down and the crown of your head stretch up. Okay, take your gaze over that left hand. Take a breath here, inhale. And when you exhale, we're gonna windmill it down. Right hand hits the floor, pivot on the ball of your back foot, sweep the left arm up, find your twist. Inhale. Exhale, take that left hand down to the floor, step it back, we find plank. Nice deep breath. Keep pressing the floor. Remember, you can always, always, always lower your knees. Okay, inhale. Exhale, drop those knees to the mat. You're gonna lower all the way back onto your belly. One more time, roll the shoulders back, elbows hug in. Here we go. Right, lift those arm bones in to the back of the sockets, hug the elbows toward each other, root through those legs, and you're gonna push into the hands. Inhale, come up, find a longer cobra, a higher cobra than we normally do, right? You wanna keep the shoulders from hugging up toward your ears, keep them drawn back. Core muscles hug in, and as you pull the belly button back, feel your chest stretch up, inhale. And then exhale, we lower down, nice and slow. Press into your hands. Inhale, curl it up again. Cobra, belly strong. And exhale, roll it back down. One more. Inhale, curl it up. Keep the core drawing in. Exhale, wow, back to the floor. And this time you're gonna push into your hands, come on up into table. Walk the hands back in slow motion, like you were moving through Jello. Gonna slide your hips back to your heels. Stay upright here for a moment. And actually, while we're here, with your hips back to your heels, just gonna let the weight drop back, but stretch your chest forward, inhale. And when you exhale, fold your elbows underneath you. And breathe. Okay, I'm gonna come back up into table, sweep your feet to one side, take a seat, stretch your legs out. All right, so I'm gonna spin around. So it makes a little bit more sense here, but you can stay facing the front. So now from here, you're gonna take your left leg, step it up and over for Ardha Matsyendrasana. You wanna root through this left foot, keep the left sitting bone pressing down. If you want a little bit more of a hip kind of opener involved in this twist, you can always hug your right leg in. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna keep my leg out, right? So you wanna root down, wrap the right arm around, and as you wrap it around, feel your chest lift up, stretch up through that left arm, inhale. And when you exhale, take the left hand behind you. Root again into your foundation, left sitting bone, left foot. And from that rootedness, you can lengthen up a little bit more. And when you exhale, twist it a little bit deeper. Find the degree of twist, the depth of twist that feels good to you, and then kind of hang there and take nice big full breaths. One more breath here. And when you exhale, you're going to come back through the middle and then take a gentle counter twist over to the right here. And then even more fun, you can walk the arms out, come onto that right forearm, maybe onto the left. Let your head drop, feel your shoulders soften. And breathe. Okay, slide your hands under your shoulders. Come all the way back up. And we're just gonna switch sides. Left leg out, right foot in. Gonna plop it up and over. You can always add this little extra dimension to the twist if you want. Right, you're gonna wrap around with this left arm. Keep the left leg active, even though it's just kind of hanging out there. You wanna keep the little bit of energy through that leg, right? Press into that right foot, press into the right sitting bone. Inhale, lengthen up. And when you exhale, you can take that right hand behind you and start the process all over again. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale and twist. Every breath, finding a little bit more length and space in the spine. And when you find a place that feels good to kind of hang out, then hang out there. And take nice full deep breaths. Inhale, bring yourself back through center. When you exhale, a simple twist to the left. And then if you want, you can walk out onto that left forearm, maybe onto the right forearm. Oh, relax. And breathe. Just let your head hang. And slide your hands underneath you. Come all the way back up. I'm going to stretch that right leg out. All right, and we're going to lay down. If you have a blanket or that towel at the ready, you can roll it up actually. And feel quite good. You're going to slide it underneath your knees. And then slowly let yourself lay back. Take a second. And if you feel like it's still there's a little bit of tension, you need something else, you're just going to pull the knees in for a second. Rock back and forth. Maybe windshield wiper the legs over to the right, up through center, over to the left. Back up through. Okay. Feels pretty good, right? Stretch those legs out. Find that perfect spot for the blanket. And relax. Let your eyes slide closed. And with every exhale, you can feel yourself sink just a little deeper. Deeper into the weight of your body, deeper into the support of the floor. Deeper into the rhythm of your breath. Deeper into the stillness you're creating here in your Shavasana. And let your next breath be a little deeper. And let your body wake slowly as you move your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe let your head go side to side gently. And slowly draw your knees in, one at a time. And roll to your right. Take a moment here. Using the strength of your arms, press into the floor. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And without taking too much of your attention away from your breath, you're going to slowly bring yourself back up to find a comfortable seat. When you get there, let your eyes slide closed if they've come open. Feel your sitting bones root back down into the blankets or the floor. And feel the length of your spine rise up. Feel a lightness in your heart and in your body as well. As you bring your palms to press into Anjali Mudra, take a moment, bow your head, honor your time on the mat today. Thank yourself for taking the time. It's not always easy to carve out that little space in your day for you. And I want to say my thanks to you as well for spending the time with me. I know it's precious. I deeply appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Namaste.